cosmos of curiosity and catastrophe. Welcome to our channel. Today we're strapping in for a wild ride through the history of science, exploring the top 10 most dangerous experiments ever conducted. Now you might be thinking science is about telescopes and test tubes, not danger. But as we'll see, the pursuit of knowledge can sometimes lead us down some pretty precarious paths. From the subatomic particles colliding at nearly the speed of light in the Large Hadron Collider to the ethically questionable depths of sleep deprivation studies, these experiments tested the limits of both our understanding and our safety protocols. Get ready to have your mind blown and your jaw dropped as we uncover the daring, the dangerous, and the downright disturbing side of scientific exploration. Our first stop takes us deep beneath the French-Swiss border to the Large Hadron Collider, a monstrous machine that smashes protons together at nearly the speed of light. Now, you might be wondering why. Well, physicists hope to recreate conditions just moments after the Big Bang, unlocking secrets about the fundamental building blocks of our universe. Sounds fascinating, right? But there's a catch. Some feared that these high-energy collisions could create microscopic black holes, those cosmic vacuum cleaners that gobble up everything in sight, including, well, Earth. Needless to say, the prospect of our planet vanishing into a subatomic blip sparked some serious concern. Rest assured, though, the folks at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, crunched the numbers and assured everyone that even if these mini black holes did pop up, they'd evaporate almost instantly, posing no threat to our planet. Still, it makes you think twice about the power we're wielding when we tinker with the fabric of space-time, doesn't it? From the subatomic world, we journey into the very human experience of sleep, or rather, the lack thereof. Sleep deprivation experiments, while not as flashy as particle accelerators, delve into the dark side of what happens when our bodies are robbed of this basic need. Driven by the desire to understand the effects of sleep deprivation on cognitive function, mood, and physical health, researchers have subjected volunteers to extreme sleep restriction. The results? Well, they're about as pleasant as an all-nighter fueled by stale coffee and existential dread. We're talking hallucinations, impaired judgment, mood swings, and a whole host of physical ailments. These experiments highlight the crucial role sleep plays in our well-being and serve as a stark reminder that even the seemingly mundane can become dangerous when pushed to the extreme. Our next experiment takes us from the realm of the physical to the deeply unsettling domain of medical ethics with the Tuskegee syphilis study. This 40-year study, conducted from 1932 to 1972, remains a chilling example of how scientific curiosity can be twisted into something truly monstrous. The study, carried out by the U.S. Public Health Service, followed 600 African-American men, 399 of whom had syphilis. These men, living in poverty in rural Alabama, were promised free healthcare, meals, and burial insurance. What they weren't told was that they were part of a study on the progression of untreated syphilis. Even after penicillin became the standard treatment for syphilis in the 1940s, these men were denied the life-saving drug, their suffering prolonged in the name of observation. The Tuskegee syphilis study stands as a stark reminder of the importance of informed consent, the dangers of scientific racism, and the enduring consequences of exploiting vulnerable populations in the name of research. Chapter 4. The Milgram Experiment, Shocking Truths About Obedience. From the medical realm we shift to the psychological laboratory of Stanley Milgram at Yale University. His infamous experiment, conducted in the early 1960s, explored the willingness of ordinary people to obey authority figures, even when instructed to inflict harm on others. The setup was deceptively simple. Participants were told they were taking part in a learning and memory experiment. They were instructed to deliver increasingly powerful electric shocks to a learner who was actually an actor every time they answered a question incorrectly. As the voltage increased, so did the learner's cries of pain and pleas to stop. Many participants, torn between their conscience and the experimenter's insistence to continue, ultimately chose to obey. The Milgram experiment revealed the unsettling power of authority and the ease with which ordinary people can become complicit in acts of cruelty. It's a sobering reminder of the dark side of human nature and the importance of individual responsibility in the face of blind obedience. Chapter 5. The Stanford Prison Experiment, when roles become reality. Our exploration of the human psyche continues with another landmark study in social psychology, the Stanford Prison Experiment, conducted in 1971. This experiment, led by Philip Zimbardo, transformed the basement of Stanford University's psychology department into a mock prison to investigate the psychological effects of power dynamics, authority, and identity. College students were randomly assigned roles as either guards or prisoners. What unfolded over the planned 2-week period shocked even the researchers themselves. The guards, given uniforms and instructed to maintain order, quickly became authoritarian and abusive, while the prisoners, stripped of their individuality, exhibited signs of extreme stress, submission, and emotional breakdown. The experiment, abruptly halted after just 6 days, revealed the speed with which social roles and situational factors can override our sense of self and morality. Chapter 6. The Monster Study, the Cruelty of Words. From the hallowed halls of Stanford, we journey to the less prestigious but no less disturbing world of speech therapy. The monster study, conducted in 1939 at the University of Iowa, earns its unsettling name not from physical harm, but from the psychological scars it inflicted on a group of orphaned children. The researchers, led by Wendell Johnson, sought to understand the origins of stuttering. Their method, dividing 22 orphaned children into 2 groups, one that received positive speech therapy, praising their fluency, and another subjected to negative reinforcement, belittling their speech and labeling them as stutterers. The results were devastating. The children in the negative group, already vulnerable and insecure, developed speech difficulties and emotional trauma that lasted long after the study concluded. The monster study serves as a chilling reminder of the power of words and the long-lasting impact of psychological abuse, particularly on developing minds. Chapter 7. Project MKUltra Mind Control and the CIA. Our journey into the dark side of science takes a decidedly clandestine turn as we delve into the shadowy world of Cold War espionage with Project MKUltra. This top-secret CIA program, which ran from the 1950s to the early 1970s, aimed to develop techniques for mind control and psychological torture. The agency's goal was to create Manchurian candidate-style assassins, individuals who could be programmed to carry out covert operations without their knowledge or consent. To achieve this, the CIA experimented with a horrifying array of methods, including LSD, hypnosis, electroshock therapy, and sensory deprivation. Subjects, often unwitting participants, were subjected to these brutal experiments, their minds and bodies pushed to the breaking point in the name of national security, while the full extent of MKUltra's activities remains shrouded in secrecy. The program stands as a chilling reminder of the potential for government overreach and the abuse of science in the pursuit of power. Chapter 8. The Soviet human-ape hybrid experiment, blurring the lines of species. From the shadowy world of espionage, we travel to the equally ethically murky terrain of genetic manipulation with the Soviet Union's attempt to create a human-ape hybrid. In the 1920s, driven by a desire to create a new breed of super soldier, Soviet biologist Ilya Ivanovich Ivanov attempted to artificially inseminate female chimpanzees with human sperm. The experiment, shrouded in secrecy and fraught with ethical and scientific challenges, ultimately failed to produce any viable offspring. While the Soviet human-ape hybrid experiment might seem like something straight out of science fiction, it highlights the enduring fascination with blurring the lines between species and the ethical dilemmas posed by genetic engineering. It's a reminder that even the most outlandish-sounding experiments can have real-world implications, forcing us to confront the boundaries of science and morality. Chapter 9. The Philadelphia Experiment, Science Fact or Urban Legend. Our penultimate experiment takes us from the realm of confirmed scientific endeavors into the murky waters of speculation and conspiracy theories with the Philadelphia Experiment. This alleged experiment, said to have been conducted by the US Navy in 1943, claimed to have successfully rendered the USS Eldridge invisible and even teleported it from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia and back. While the Navy has consistently denied the experiment ever took place, accounts from supposed witnesses and the allure of the unknown have kept the legend alive. Tales of sailors embedded in the ship's hull, others driven mad by the experience, and a ship vanishing into thin air have captivated imaginations and fueled countless books, movies and TV shows. Whether the Philadelphia experiment is a case of government cover-up, mass hysteria, or simply a tall tale, it reminds us of the enduring power of mystery and the fine line between science and science fiction. Chapter 10. The Atomic Bomb Tests, a Legacy of Destruction. Our final experiment brings us to the dawn of the atomic age, a period marked by both scientific achievement and unprecedented destructive potential. The development and testing of atomic bombs, from the Trinity test in New Mexico to the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, ushered in a new era of warfare and left an indelible mark on human history. While the scientific principles behind nuclear fission were well understood, the long-term effects of radiation exposure on humans and the environment were not fully grasped. The detonation of these powerful weapons unleashed a wave of death and destruction, leaving behind radioactive fallout that contaminated the environment and caused long-term health problems for those exposed. The atomic bomb tests serve as a stark reminder of the double-edged sword of scientific progress. They compel us to grapple with the ethical implications of our discoveries and the responsibility that comes with wielding such immense power. Outro, the price of curiosity. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more fascinating content. Let us know in the comments which experiment you found the most shocking. From the mind-bending physics of the Large Hadron Collider to the ethically dubious experiments of the past, we've seen how the pursuit of knowledge can lead to both groundbreaking discoveries and devastating consequences. As we continue to push the boundaries of science, it's crucial that we proceed with caution, always mindful of the ethical implications of our work. After all, the quest to understand our universe and ourselves should never come at the cost of human suffering or the well-being of our planet.